Alright, what's up, you guys? I'm gonna do a trade recap because this is just my way of journaling. Okay, I love doing these videos and I love looking back at it because I definitely learned a lot from myself. But this was the move that I caught today. It was a 1-to-1, not the best trade. My original trade idea was a short from up here, stop loss, something like this, and then aim for liquidity. Would have been perfect. That's not what happened. And it happened for a bunch of reasons that I missed out. So let's talk about it, okay? Let's talk about it. First of all, market opened up, put my 15-minute orb, right? Opening range, and then I'm looking for a breakout out of it, which happened right here. Once I saw that, and once I saw the 5-minute candle close below it, I wanted to go short, and I was a bit hesitant. And I feel like I was a bit hesitant because normally when I do take a short, I take it from some sort of demand zone. Then I wait for it to kind of close below and then I take the short. I didn't have that today, so I kind of just had to go based off of my white lines, which, if you don't know, my white lines is just support and resistance on a 1 hour chart. And then since I didn't have zones on here, I kind of also just had to go based off of also the 15-minute orb, which I kind of already do. But what I was looking at was, and I'll draw it out here, was okay, so we broke out of this white line here, right? We broke out of it, jumped off of this line, but then we rejected the white line. Okay, so it's support turning into resistance. That's what I saw. Now we bounced off of this area again, plus the opening range. I was like, okay, if we continue to go up from here, then I'm just going to wait for price to hit my next zone, which was a 1 hour supply zone, which was a better setup for me, kind of, because it's off of a supply and demand zone. But once I saw price rejecting this area again, I was like, okay, we're definitely most likely going to break out because we've rejected this area twice now. And we did. But again, I feel like since it wasn't my usual setup that I take, I was way more hesitant. But once I saw it move nice and I saw this red candle close below my white line, again, just support and resistance line, I was like, okay, boom, it might go short for sure. But I didn't go short because it was about to be 10 a.m. and I didn't want to be in a trade while news was coming out. Because you never know. Sometimes 10 a.m. is crazy, sometimes it's not. It's just very unpredictable sometimes. So I was like, better safe than sorry. Let me just wait for news to come out. News came out, beautiful. Like, it's just that type of day where if you did FOMO in, you would have gotten rewarded. But I chose not to FOMO in and kind of just wait. And basically today's trade was just a continuation, right? Because I wanted to see it touch up on liquidity. So I went in short once we broke a level right here, which on Bookmap, it was just a hot level. I saw it break and I saw a lot of sellers come in, so I went in. Immediately, buyers started trying to push this up here. They failed, and then we had a nice push down to liquidity, which was expected. But it was also expected up here, you know? So my performance could have definitely been better, but I understand why I didn't take it. And also, my performance was amazing because I understand why I didn't take a short here. I didn't want to FOMO into the short, you know? That was another thing that I'm really proud of. Another thing that I'm proud of is when someone usually misses out on the original move, they try to either catch a continuation like I did, and once you catch it, you should just be done. Okay. After this, I don't get me wrong, it definitely was looking for another trade, but my 10:30 market, if you don't know, I have a rule kind of where if it's after 10:30, I call it a day, right? Which is exactly what I did here. Um which is good because I feel like when you miss out on the original trade, you try to look for more opportunities and you start to over trade. So I'm glad that I just took this small win and I walked away. So yeah, I definitely could have gotten chopped up if I kept trading too. That's also why I do have this 10:30 rule. Just because I feel like after 10:30, especially after 11, lunchtime comes around, market starts to chop up. You want to stay away from that. So I just call it a day. But yeah, today was a pretty good Monday. Performance could have been better, but green is green. I'll take it. Definitely learned a lot with just when you see a setup, take it. Even though it's not kind of your original setup that you always take, because at the end of the day, like, I had a bunch of confluences for this sell even before I stepped into, the charts fully. Like, the first thing that I remember marking out was, yeah, I'll erase this. When I first came into the markets, what I first saw was this supply zone here that we broke out of, but then we're kind of bouncing off the 50% line. And what I saw before the market opened was that this 3 hour candle closed below 50%, which most of the time when that happens, you see a continuation to the other side. So even before the day started, like, I already had a confluence for shorts, and then like just seeing, where is it? Just seeing this, the 1 minute chart. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. This was another confirmation too. Um, Seeing this double rejection here and then a break of this level here, like, I should have known, but you live and you learn. I'm actually pretty happy that I didn't overtrade. I followed my rules. I didn't scale in because of price action. Either way, I followed all of my rules. That's what matters. And I feel like a lot of us, when we focus on our P&L too much, we get upset even though we did the right thing. Like for me, I'm not upset that I missed out on the trade. I'm kind of more upset on just kind of hesitating at the top, at this top up here. So that's the move that I should have gotten. But I'm really proud that I just took my win and I walked away. Most people, after taking this win, they would have been like, okay, yeah, let's continue to trade, right? Because I got this move. No, just walk away. As a trader, I promise you, the easiest but hardest thing you can do is to walk away, and it's going to help you a bunch. But yeah, now I get to do whatever I want. I don't know what I'm gonna do, so, but I am posting more vlogs, so you guys will see that. If you want to trade live with me or work with me, link below, and thank you for watching.